Nope. I don't know if I'm ready for that anyway. Remove that one.
Relish your mortality. The ritual has been disrupted.
Hey, what up, Spectre? How's it going, man?
Relish your mortality.
Hey, what's up, Reaper? How's it going? Hey, Lachlan, how you doing? When are you gonna release the build to us? When it's done. This is only day 2, you know, it's not even close to optimize. If I release the build right now, people could spend hundreds of divines, and then tomorrow, you know, I'm doing armor EV or energy shield or something, and those people gotta spend 100 more divines.
That was close. Relish your mortality.
No snap bolt storm is back. It's looking good so far.
Rest a while. Fight with intent. A great challenge overcome. The ritual has been disrupted. A moment of respite. Impressive endurance.
What are you talking about, Spectre? Compared to what?
Relish your mortality.
That sounds like an awful leveling build to me. Armor piercing rounds, Herald of Ash, Trample Toe? Why would you do that? Armor piercing rounds isn't overkilling. Trample Toe's like overkill percentage. But what are you even comparing it to? That's like that statement was... Did you post that in the right chat? That felt like very weird, out of random. What leveling build are you even referring it to?
A great challenge overcome.
How do I fire infinite rounds? I don't. I'm reloading. There's a reload there. See the reload? Hey, what's up, Ruzo? But no, I don't think... You don't play armor-piercing rounds with Herald of that, or with, Trample Toe, though. That wouldn't be very good. I mean, maybe it's good if you got, like, a Giga Leveling crossbow, but... If you're doing Trample Toe, it wouldn't be armor-piercing rounds. You'd be doing, like... I mean, probably not a crossbow skill. I mean, that's just like such a random thing to say, like...
Two ancient guardians await you ahead.
Why are you pointing out that one leveling style is better than the build that I'm playing? Like, that just comes off as very, like... From my perspective, you're shitting on the build for no reason. Like, just like, what prompted you to say that? Because I'm not even leveling right now, you know? I'm level 91. I'm in endgame, like, farming, you know, currency. So it was just, like, random to be like, by the way, this other leveling build is better than the build you're playing for leveling. Is, like, why I was confused by your comment. It just felt very, like...
Let's plan.
No, yeah, I mean, by default, as like a build creator who's streaming, like, you know, sometimes I get a little bit, like, you know, there are a lot of random people shit talking, so it's just like, sometimes by default, I, like, assume that's what you meant, but, yeah. It just felt, like, very, like, huh? From my perspective. I understand what you're saying now. I mean, it could be good. I've never played that way, but... When people play builds sometimes, they don't really care... about how, like, what's better than it, you know? They want to levelize the build they're playing. And... this is like a Culling Strike build, you know? You level it as Culling Strike as opposed to... I mean, I've never played Trample Toe armor-piercing rounds. It could be good. But... if I was going to be recommending them a better leveling style for this build, I would be like... I mean, at that point, you're just like... you know, go level as grenades, you know? I hate this one because of the burrowed dudes. I hate having to look for them. God damn. Like, why are you in the corner?
Swift magnificence.
I mean, armor explosion is always nice too, just for the extra clear, for sure. I mean, I've seen people use armor-piercing rounds in run-and-gun builds before. We can't take that one. But this is a remake of a previous build, so... I'm using weapon swapping for high velocity rounds. Yeah, I am. It's too bad they nerfed armor explosion too, because old armor explosion would have been nuts right now. Cal, do you see my message? I don't. What'd you say? Good morning, Garcia. How you doing, Dirk? Hey, what's up, ZD? D-Jack, how you doing, man? Build's coming good. This is day 2, and You know, yesterday we just kind of YOLO'd the build. We got it to like level 88 in like a single day. Had a reasonably low budget for most of the journey, and it was really fun, except for like boss DPS was a struggle, but in my opinion, I have solved boss DPS. It's not like amazing. You're not doing like crazy shit, but it's at least an acceptable endgame build now. I wouldn't call this like a good enough build for like probably 200% Sinu, but
Beware the scorpion's sting.
I hate that this fight can just instant burrow. It is just so annoying.
Look out! This was
Are you doing an updated guide for the build? Probably.
but I sense another.
Probably.
Resides here. Perhaps you can challenge them. If you can find them, I shall aid you.
Yeah, I've seen bleed variations of armor-piercing round builds before. I think I've showcased a bleed build on the podcast that was doing 8 armor-piercing rounds. I don't know if I want to use Last Lament, though. Does wait the Sork Ward protect your honor? It does. Sork Ward OP. Will there be a POB or guide for this? If you hit exclamation point ninja, it'll link to the character's ninja for now, but I am probably doing an updated guide after I get a new Mage Blood. And I like optimize around the Mage Blood. Part of me wants to like do the build on a Pathfinder or a Gemling instead. So that's why like I'm hesitant on making a guide right now, but it's possible I still make the guide for Witch Hunter and then do a second follow-up guide for like a Pathfinder or a Gemling.
The ritual has been disrupted.
But for now, we're locked in on the Witch Hunter.
An oasis in the desert.
Simple enough.
Look how fast I shoot fragmentation rounds.
A great challenge overcome.
I was calling it told more attack speed wasted on Jim
In the desert.
because AP rounds was like a hard cap. I mean, armor piercing rounds isn't like the focus of this build, so armor piercing rounds is like the least important element of this build, in my opinion. So the quality on it does not matter. All armor piercing rounds is used for is breaking armor and culling anything it hits. So, like, look at the fucking gems I have in it. Multi-shot, fork, chain, nova projectiles, and Uruk smelting. Like, you know.
Relish your mortality.
I would not be going gemling to buff specifically armor piercing rounds. I'd be going gemling for mobility. If you look at my mobility when I'm not shooting versus when I am, I go considerably slower. I do have a lot of investment into move speed penalty reduction right now. like a fuckload of investment into it if you look at my passive tree. And I'm still not going 100% movement when attacking. Whereas Pathfinder and Gemling both would be good at enabling mobility. They'd have other hurdles to overcome, and they may not ultimately be better. The 124 weapon set passives is really nice. You don't have to use a Legacy of Aldor on a Witch Hunter. And Sorcery Ward is a really good defensive layer. But in terms of like clear speed and mobility, Gemling and Pathfinder, now that you can actually get Culling Strike on any Ascendancy now. This build is open up to being played elsewhere. How are we doing it all around us again? They did nerf Nova, but I'm using multi-shot with it, and then I got surpassing chance for additional projectile. So we're doing weird shit to get it to work again. We're doing weird shit. The main thing that made this build more alive, in my opinion, was the new gloves. Horror's Flight are insane. Zaluruk. Zaluruk.
Against the shackles of fate, if you so desire. There can be no escape.
Oops.
Watch your step. Get out of the way! Inconsequential. The sands of time wait for no one. Fate smiles. Your truly, this only ends one. You are not in control. Who are you to overthrow your fate?
What was it?
Rip.
Good on ya.
Three Arcanists, Mysterious. 4 Arcanists and Mysterious.
Better than coin. Shiny.
Poop run. Alright, let's go do some mapping. Let's go do some mapping. Cleared a few Rockiatas. Start grinding out some experience. Damn it. I had some Rockiatas this way. I just gotta find them. Where's those Rockiatas I was clearing to? Here they are.
Right in the eye. Back to the grave. All in a day.
Defend me! Get them off me! Oh, Rachel!
Simple enough.
Oh, my bad, Avant, yeah. Too easy C. Oh no, I just killed myself. This is what happens when I'm blaming Avant for that one. Reading chat and then get sprint stun. Okay, I need to set up that unbinding sprint from whatever. How does that work? Where's the input for it? Where's the fake dodge roll sprint thing? Where's the fake dodge roll sprint thing? Dodge only, not set. Sprint. What's the action that's not set? Oh, direct minions is tilde for me. Do I want to rebind that? What do I want to bind? You know what? I'll figure that out later. But it's bound to something else too. What the fuck? Tilde's also bound to a menu? What is happening? No, get rid of that. No, I didn't want to do that. How do I unbind? Press a key or mouse button to bind it to this action. No, I want to unbind it. I want this to be bound to nothing. Why is this happening? How can it be bound to both dodge roll and this? GGG, fix your shit! Why is this still happening? I just unbound it. Oh, I guess I wasn't unbinding it? Why do these two keep alternating what they are? No, I don't want... Oh my fucking god, GGG. Like, how do you make such great games, but your user experience and your UI is like F tier? Like, it's always fucking F tier. Why do we have to beta test every fucking UI experience they deliver? It's just crazy. I can't fucking unbind stuff. And I can't just set my shit to fucking... I can't, like, why is there still a menu panel attached to something when I have it attached to also a dodge roll? Like, how does... Oh, that's so fucking annoying. That is so fucking annoying. And when I fucking try and swap it to something else, like, there's no way to fucking unbind it. If I swap this to home, this swaps to tilde. Like, there's literally no way to just get rid of this shit. With just a simple button. With just a simple button. Okay, we're fixed now, but Jesus. It's unbindable. No, I've got it fixed now. It's just their shitty fucking UI. That was awful. I don't really mess with the keybind settings that much, so that might be like the first time since like around launch I've tweaked keybind settings, you know. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the unbound sprint, but it's a necessary evil. I refuse to continue to be sprint stunned when I'm just trying to mobility around. All right. Huh? It looked like she was about to turn into me, but she didn't. Alright. So we got this Jade Isles to do, this Jade Isles to do. I think I want to do some expedition later too. I want to see how this build does in logbooks. I don't see this being a very good simulacrum build, sadly. What's happening? I'm dead.
Right in the eye.
Build's still alive? It feels alive. For some stuff. Just like the last time we played it, it struggles with single target, so if you're doing like super difficult bossing content, or like Simulacrum, which has like multi-bosses, it's probably not ideal. But it's got decent boss DPS. Hey, I'm glad you liked supporting Fire Zoo. It is a good time, man. It is a good time. Can you bleed in this build for bossing? You could try, but it probably wouldn't be good. It'd be spread a little too thin. No idea, though. Never tried doing bleed with coal. What is the cost of this one approximately? Right now, I've spent around 300 divine, probably. I have Rigwald's Ferocity, which is a lineage gem that costs like over 100 divine. I think I bought a 100 divine crossbow. And then I bought a 100 divine amulet. And then everything else is like super cheap. Nothing else is... Everything else... I'm like out of divines. All my divines went into those items, so... Everything other piece is like, right now, $1, but... I'm sure that'll go up in time. Don't have any regen right now. Got a coal stuff or I'm gonna die. Oh. Rip. No, we had cleared the map at least, so we don't have to redo it. Got stunned in a fire shrine and then got obliterated. I need to get better defenses. My defenses are ass right now, only 1600 life and then 41% evasion. The next things I'm spending my divine on are probably better chests. I'm probably ditching Hyries. I'm probably gonna go an armor EV like rare chest and just get like a giga, like 1,000, like 1400 armor, 1300 evasion, body armor with like good defensive stats on it, and ditch Hyries higher. My boots are pretty shit. Need to get better boots. Probably get armor EV boots, and then I probably need a better ring too. This ring's fine for now. I probably need to replace Rasatha's coil with Mage Blood, but we'll see what happens there. I have Sork Ward. I have Sork Ward. Sork Ward is amazing. And we'll probably be investing in the armor EV nodes whenever I swap the pieces. Controller UI is different? Oh, interesting. Always forget that there's the controller experience. This is probably a good controller build, to be honest. I need to get limbs, so I do need to farm some temple.
New floor plan, same old flaw. Trust the file to do whatever this is.
I love these new gloves. Horse Light made Calling Strike so much fun.
One down. Who's next?
never understand what it means to pursue greatness. Fractured space.
Inconceivable. Well, unfortunately, I don't think it's getting much better than this without buying, like, a Giga Crossbow, so... This is just what you should expect of the boss damage. Unless you're gonna spend a lot of money, because I don't see it getting much better. Unfortunately, am I dead? I'm, like, rubber banding? The hell? See how fast we can blast this idiot. I mean, if you're not happy with that, you only want a very specific kind of build. And it can get better, it just will be expensive for it to get better. I just wish I was faster, but Mage Blood might solve that problem. Boost time. Okay, I'm being stupid there. I killed him too good? I'm too powerful? Is that what happened? I shattered reality. Deadlock detected. We're too powerful, boys. We're too powerful. Well, I hope we cleanse that area. Waiting for Path of Exile 2 to respond. I mean, I already feel like it's already enabled, Clock. This is already playing as good as old Bulletstorm, you know? Yeah, you cleanse this area, Doriani, you bitch.
Something altogether different.
No, I've killed him before. Monkey has given you tons of deadlock? Interesting. So what you're saying is this build is as powerful as the monkey builds. I see. How'd I end up over here? Oh wait, I can just click this. Never mind. Crash out avoided. I don't want to do temple, but I need temple tablets. Because... I want limbs. Can't you get... Isn't one of the limbs move speed penalty reduction when attacking?
Life is cool.
Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure one of the limbs was...
Fine.
It's only 15 exiles, but... Let me look up limbs. PV2 temple limb list. Yeah, move speed penalty from using skills while moving is one of the limbs. I don't know if you can get 2 of that limb. Maybe you can get it on both legs. If so, that's what we would want. We would want move speed on legs and attack speed on arms. So that's what we'd be grinding temple for. But yeah, I need Mage Blood. I need a Mage Blood, and then I need to re-itemize out of Hyries into, like, Armor EV, I think. Or if I stay EV, like, we're still probably getting out of Hyries. But we'll see. There is a way, but it's like a very rare chance. I think it's either Doriani or Jado. I think it's Doriani, maybe. One of them has a chance to spawn special maps, and it's only when you get those special maps. It's much easier to farm limbs from the temple. And I need, like, you know, I don't know if you can get 2 of the same limb. I can't remember. But if I can, I need 2 move speed penalty reduction while attacking limbs. So we need to at least get a temple set up to where I can start farming limbs later whenever, like, because right now I'm dying. I want to say, like, once every 10 maps. Once we solve that, then, you know, the limbs will be added on.
Your corpse will feed the new tomorrow.
We need like 1,000 more life, 2,000 more sorcery ward, and then I'll be happy.
So long as divinity disgraces the world, no one is safe. You stand in the way of hope.
I do still want maps. Reveal map is Jado? No, it's not reveal a map. It's like it spawned different map. Like like when you do a map, you have a chance of the map. Like the map's a different layout or whatever. It's that one. And
Will be your undoing.
when you get that one, it can roll special maps every once in a while. I'm gonna die here. Yep.
Kill for coin.
This build sucks versus, I mean, maybe this build will be better versus Rogue Exiles versus on controller, but it's hard to hit them with the high velocity rounds because I don't know what it is about high velocity rounds, but you can click it someplace and like your mouse is directly on the target, but some auto aim shit will like fire it fucking over here. And it makes it like impossible. Like this, the only way you do single target with this build right now is with like a setup. You have to break their armor, then you have to hit them with the high velocity rounds. And if you can't hit them with the high velocity rounds, they're fucking squally turds. And then when I run out of flask, I haven't solved life regen yet. I'm playing Berserk right now, and I ran out of flask there and didn't have any regen to save myself from dying. So still some problems to solve. But need more divines. I am broke. There's a parallax setting if you haven't messed with it. I probably haven't. Where would that be? I don't know if I've ever messed with that setting, because it's not ringing any bells. What would it be under game? I don't see that. I don't think that would be a UI thing either. That might be a controller-only thing. I saw it a sec ago, and which one? Sorry, I was alt-tabbed. Oh, this one? Oh, target cursor and WASD. Isn't that what I want, though? Wouldn't I want it targeting my cursor? I mean, I'll try like this for now and see if I notice any noticeable difference. Maybe it'll help. Yeah, maybe it'll help. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's risk a Jade Isles. Let's risk a Jade Isles. I ain't doing anything fancy except for Untold Histories. I am a firm non-believer in the Waystone drop chance. And I'm not doing Grand Project, or not Grand Projects, Visions and Forest biome. Oh, this sucks. All magic mobs at the entrance. That is a problem for this build. I'm not culling them, I'm not getting stacks on my gloves. And I don't have 100% coal on blue mobs. That's scary. This is actually a really fucking rough opener for this build because I can't get coal stacks. And that is like a wall of death that I can't get past. There's a fucking shrine and multiple rares. This is like the craziest opener to a map I could have ever seen. That just hard counters this build. We just gotta slowly get... Nope, I gotta leave and get flask. Because I'm not getting flask charges and I'm having to maintain. This is a crazy opener. I just lost all those stacks on my buff doing that too. That's hilarious. Get rid of this guy and I might be able to get through there. I just don't want to roll into that fucking shrine. I'm getting like no coal stack, so I can't break through this. I need my gloves to get stacks or like I'm like kind of useless, you know? And these guys aren't getting cold because I don't have coal threshold on them, and I'm one-shotting them with high velocity round. And there's just so many like magic mobs here. I don't have 100% coal threshold on magic mobs unless I have my glove stacks. Starting to get some coal stacks. Maybe I can get us safe here. Oh, we did not want to get hit by that enfeeble. Okay, we can almost coal blue mobs. We just gotta coal a few more stacks, but we can't let our stacks reset. Okay, we should be able to coal everything now. That was crazy. What an insanely hard opener. There was triple shrine here? What the fuck? Why was there 4 shrines at the front of the map just like hard cock blocking me? What? Yeah, I'm not care about that. That's fucking nuts. No wonder there were so many magic mobs there, because there was 4 shrines in that spot. Like, I've never seen a map like this where I just can't cull anything at the beginning. But we persevered. We persevered. We don't lose Jade Isles here. Same I did 100% race stone plus 210% drop right on plus the force thing to even get a... Yeah. I've done so many juicing. I've done so many maps. I've seen my friends do so many maps. If it does do anything, it's not much. And it's not worth the stress. Yes, hey, Stora. That was a tough opener right there.
If this is redemption, I'll stick to damnation.
Eat me ancestors, let them know the might of the Karui. I am the true Nakuramakui.
Like I said, if you're not happy with that boss damage, it's just awkward at times, you know? Why do you reject me?
Why do you reject me? All I have done in your honor.
No, you didn't.
So be it.
You selfish prick.
My people.
Look how gross those boils are. Ugh. Grody. Of the ancestors is mine. I heard the tink, and my heart jumped out of its chest. Oh, that hurt so bad. Why? Why would you do this to me? I thought it was the Rockiata. I thought it was the Rockiata.
Bloody beautiful.
I heard the tink, and my heart went, and then it went, it just crushed in on itself. Oh. Unfortunate. Okay, I have another flow up there. I swear, I never find Garukins. I don't know about you guys. Here, let's do a high fortress. See how high fortresses feel. The hell happened to all the waves? I lost all my stacks. I lost all my stacks because waves stopped spawning and now we got a bunch of magic mobs that I can't call. I got hoed. Yeah, you're good, girl.
Die so easily.
We did it. These things are boring. You just stand there for like 5 minutes. And then you have to figure out how to get out of them. Just let me leave. Pushing towards level 92, nice. Okay. Chocolate! Almost one-shot me. Sorcery ward for the win.
Right in the eye! Always light. Here it comes!
No! Don't get stuck. Double logbook, let's go. What are logbooks selling for right now? Are they still high in price or did they tank again? Alright, bye boss. Headhunter Inc. 3, 2, 1. Boop. One day that clip will be real. Stupid. My coal stack's reset again. I missed the boss. I guess he's over here. I don't know where I missed the boss at. Guessing over here. That's the smart. Guessing over here. God, I'm worried I'm gonna have to fucking open this breach stronghold to get to this Rockiatas. I hope not. Hey, Miso, thanks for the raid, bro. Hope you had a good stream. I am trying to revive the old Bulletstorm build. And so far, so good. Yeah, it's not quite as fantastical as it was before, because Nova Projectiles gave you 6, but so far so good. Thanks for the raid, man. Hope you have a good sleep. Yeah, the new Culling Strike gloves are freaking awesome. I love them so much. Being able to get 100% Cull threshold on non-Blood Mage now is just such a game changer for magic mobs. By the way, this week on the podcast, we will have a fun announcement. Got confirmation that we can announce it this week on the Fub Gun episode. Teaser, if you liked our old hideout competition, I'd watch this week's episode with Fub.
A challenger! Okay. Yama sees you. You are worth.
And then, yeah, we're still using Rampart Raptor cheese, but because Rampart Raptor can upgrade now, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What class you're playing? What Ascend? Thank you. This is Witch Hunter. Though I will be making a build guide update for the Witch Hunter, but I'm considering doing an alternate guide for both, or not both, but either Gemling or Pathfinder. Because the Culling Strike gloves, you can put Legacy of Alder in them, and now you can get like a Culling Strike rune. That any Ascendancy can now play a Culling Strike build by putting that rune in their gloves. And I need to get a Mage Blood. I need to get a new Mage Blood, and I'm still far from optimized with this build. We've not spent like near enough divines on it to say it's done, but I want it to go really fast. And like this is my normal move speed right now. This is without Mage Blood, but when I shoot, you can see the penalty. And I've got a lot of investment right now into move speed penalty reduction stuff. And Gemling and Pathfinder would be more mobile with less investment. But I am abusing Witch Hunter's 124 weapon set passives and Sorcery Ward. So it's like, you know, is the trade-off going to be worth it? I don't know. But I do want to try the build on a Gemling or Pathfinder at some point. But this is a brand new character. I started him yesterday, so this is literally day 2 of him. We're still very early on in the experimenting, and, you know, I'm low on divines because I'm on my 6th character, so I've spent a lot of divines trying stuff out. Are you collaborating with Monopoly? Okay, twice. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm giga attack speed stacking with it, like, but yeah. With my current setup, as you can see here. Fragmentation rounds go burr. Fragmentation rounds go burr. Ooh. Whatever. Here, let's go get some coal threshold before we start this.
One down. Who's next?
No logbooks. Always clear these for the logbooks now. I don't mind running logbooks now, so I collect them for myself. I don't ever want to pay for them. They're not fun enough to spend money on. Oh, I might die here. I'm out of flask. And I'm out of coal threshold. These guys are like immune to coal or something. Because it's something from Expedition that I'm not aware of.
Easy.
Need to get some flask real quick and I'll go back. Is galvanic charge or fire one? With my setup, you want to use the fire one. Fragmentation rounds, not incinerate shards. It's not fire, it's physical. But that's because I'm doing the ribbon armor cheese for single target. Like, none of these guys are cullable. Why is that happening? Yep, some are getting culled now. I'm gonna have to Google the interaction between culling strike and expedition. This is my first time doing expedition with this build. I literally just started yesterday, right? So, but like, for whatever reason, these magic guys aren't cullable. I'm guessing it has to do with their little barrier. It acts as like a pseudo life fill. Where's the last one? There we go. Interesting. It's almost like expedition mobs are immune to coal. It's really weird. I don't know if that was a specific rune that I picked that's like immune to coal or higher coal threshold or something. Yeah, shout out to all the new Misu viewers. How have you guys been enjoying the league? What have you guys been playing? Are you still grinding away, or are you just in like viewer mode now? Are any of you guys playing in the PoE event coming up? The PoE 1 event coming up? Or are you guys just locked in on PoE 2 still? Because, like, I can't even think... Like, there's no way I'm playing the PoE 1 event that's coming up. Like, there's no way, right? But even by the time we get to the next PoE 1 league, I don't know if I'm going to be done with this league personally. Guessing this is where Crowbell is? Yeah. I'm locked in on PoE 2? Yeah, that's how I feel. Temple 5 days into this character for this league? Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been re-rolling like crazy, but I could see me spending a lot of time on this character. +5 Scepter, +5 Amulet Minion. Woo, sheesh. If you're playing a Culling Strike build in general, homeboy Juan, like, Culling Strike builds just struggle with single target. I believe if you want to play, like, a Culling Strike build that has good single target, you play Flicker Strike. I would love the Monopoly podcast. I mean, hey, man, if Monopoly or any board game company wants to sponsor the podcast, reach out. I'll take the money, and I'll plug your Monopoly. I'll plug your Monopoly so good. Oh my god, this guy's fucking me up. But keep in mind that, like, as I say, I've spent 300 divines on this build. The 300 divines went into 3 pieces that, like, you don't need to get started. And the rest of the pieces are all, like, no money spent. So this build's like, it isn't budget because I've spent, you know, the 100 divines on the rig walls, etc. But most of these gear pieces are really ass. So my defensive should be, whenever I get around to spending divine on fixing defenses, should be night and day different. No logbook. You can get a lot with Monopoly money twice. You just gotta know how to spend it. Hey, how's it going, Rusty? Doing good, man. How are you? How are you, sir? Do you think you'll do a legacy build like the famous Bleed Werewolf? That's a good question, Alan. That is a good question. It is possible. We got 6 months. We got 6 months. Until the next league, so... I knew some of them would be in the frickin' breach thing. I hate when that happens. Okay. Do I have a crypt I can do along the path at least? I like doing crypt with this build. You're doing Bleed Werewolf at the moment? Hell yeah. That was a fun build for sure. Hell yeah, Rusty. I can't wait to have Mage Blood. I can't wait to have Mage Blood. Need to get a new one. I sold my old one. No regrets. No rugrats. Leave this place. One thing I did that I liked is, so in fragmentation rounds, I have stun. And you guys are seeing I'm like stunning bosses almost immediately. And then I have this node down here, which increases the effect of notable passes in range by 25%, which is boosting my culling strike threshold nodes here, but this one is specifically culling strike threshold against immobilized enemies. So I'm stunning them with fragmentation rounds, and then getting a giga boost to my culling strike threshold, 50% increase on bossing. Can you run a 200% juice deli map? No. I'm far from optimized defensively. I mean, I'm sure I could run them, but I would die doing it a few times. Especially when I run into moments like this where I can't get to the instant 100% threshold. They make it awkward for Deli. And I'm trying to get levels right now. So I don't want to go die in Delhi when I'm this close to donging. My defensive mid is fucking tier 15, same. I only got 50% freaking evasion right now. And only 1,600 life. What level are you currently? 91? Maybe 92? 91. Never headhunter. Never headhunter. What gives, boys? Ooh, I love Fortress.
Let's find out who's king of this castle.
King of the castle, king of the castle.
Right in the eye! All in a day's work.
Oops. I was looking at something else. Hello, Babala. She's annoying for this build. The combo gameplay is always hard on squirrely characters. Oh, we got the beacon. Nice. Very nice. Wait, picked the wrong thing. I wanted that map. Go, Laviangas. No, don't blink on the me.
Science demands it. What's the subject?
No, we're not showing
I die here. Go. One day, one of these heavy belts will be a headhunter. All right. Let's go do this Jade Isles. I need a Rockiata flow, boys. I need a Rockiata flow. My phone. Oh, that's Reddit ad. Okay. Yeah, I'm a firm disbeliever in Waystone drop chance. I don't care about it. Nothing influences it except for the things that specifically say Lineage Gem, is my belief. Magic mobs at the front, obviously. You haven't seen a Jade Isles in 2 weeks? So I've seen people say they have gone like weeks without seeing like breach hives and stuff. So like maybe there is an Atlas bug going on, but I have not experienced anything like that personally. That doesn't mean there isn't one. But yeah. I'm just saying I've heard other people say there's Atlas bugs with other things. So it wouldn't be too shocking if Jade Isles was fucked for you, but that's definitely the first time I've heard of that. I see infinite Jade Isles, but never Garukin's Resolves. Like, I see infinite Jade Isles. Like, I've had areas with 6 of them in one spot. And I'm not lying. Like, I have screenshots I posted in the Thorns Discord of me finding 6 in an area. No, it was 7. It was actually 7 in, like, within spitting distance of each other. So I'm always, like, doing really good on Jades. Like, I'm basically hunting Jades at all times. Is how my Atlas flow has been. But I never see Garukins, the Temporal Sandstorms. I sometimes see the Mansions. Alright, let's see how fast we can blast his acid.
Remember this day, if you
Oh, I have a shrine. I'm cheating. I clicked it off. Though I'm mostly physical damage right now, so those shrines like are pretty beneficial. And like, all my damage is coming from Vivid Armor, which is physical. So. The power. of the ancestors is mine. Give me that Rockiatas, bitch. I shouldn't have called him a bitch. That's why he didn't drop it. I insulted the man. And he's got pride. Alright. That was all our major monuments that I was pursuing. I don't think I have any more jades to clear too. Ooh, I haven't done a crux yet. Hey, what up, Shaq?
Not exactly a royal court, is it?
Tell that stranger. A sliver of what my home feels like. The Wildwood's power is mine.
Bye-bye. Well, crux is easy. Two heads of the king. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just spent almost 100 divine for around 500, 600k added DPS. Keck, nice. I mean, that's pretty good. Congrats. Grizzle. Let's do some citadels. Let's test this boss deeps. Different bosses. Alright, boost time. I'm clicking off the shrines. I don't want shrines to influence this kill.
One way or another, this ends here. We are vengeance.
What are you doing? Alright. Can we blast his ass?
Have time for this. Stand, bend to my will. Impede my enemies. Win to me. The era of the Baron is now.
Okay. Man, I feel like the boss DPS is... This is good enough, you know? Blast his ass. Blast him in his asted. Alright, let's try Patriarch calls. See if we can handle a Patriarch calls. I never remember the difference between the Matriarch and the Patriarch. I haven't done them enough. I've maybe done them each like 3 or 4 times. Patriarch is just better, what? In terms of loot or in terms of the fight?
This just keeps getting stranger. There's a target. Strike fast. Whew, they're no slouch.
Hope I didn't pass the boss. I think they both have the same... I mean, maybe only one of them does. I know one of... I can't remember, but the knockdown mechanic is definitely annoying, where you fuck up the thing once, you get stunned, and then you're guaranteed to die. If that... I assume that was both of them. One is a humanoid, the other's an isopod thing. Take off the shrine. Good fight. Oh, I'm too autistic to catch jokes like that. Two Origin Sparks, not bad. Alright, let's do more Citadel bosses. Oops, I was supposed to go this way. I just can't wait to have a Mage Blood. I can't believe you guys let me sell my old one. I can't believe it. Why would y'all have done that?
Upon the shore, you will break against my shield.
I'm gonna be so fast when I have triple Quicksilver. Just wait. I loved my old Mage Blood, but the 2 builds I had planned, neither of them needed Mage Blood, so I was like, you know what? I could use 700 Divine. But now, I'm playing a build that I want a Mage Blood on, so I'm sad. So I gotta refarm for it. It's a boss. Fucking Wisp.
Finish it.
I also wouldn't mind a Rite of Passage. I've never gotten a Rite of Passage, I don't think, at a drop. I don't know about you guys.
The Manifest
You farmed 2 write-up patches? Like, were you target farming them specifically? Or did you just get them? No random drops? Yeah. Go. Don't know where I want to put these points. So we're just going to slap it there for now, because I don't want to think about it. Jamin Ra, you're a bra. Goodbye, Ra. Jamin Ra. Alright, more bosses. Let's do Iron Citadel. Is there some guide for this build? Not yet. I have a guide, but it's like, it was for 0.3, so it's a lot different now. It's not a lot different, but it's definitely outdated. If you type exclamation point ninja, you can see my Pee-wee Ninja for the character, but I'll have an updated guide out. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. At least for, like, the early stages. But it's still probably got a ways to go before it's optimized. Like, part of me doesn't want to do the video guide update until I have my Mage Blood. Because I'm going to be, I'm wanting to itemize around the Mage Blood. Would you come out of the goop? Would you stop being immune? I hate Abyss so much. What legacy buffs will you get on Mage Blood? I mean, I'm probably gonna get like an uncorrupted one and have to divine for my own one. If I'm being like ideal about it, it'd be triple Quicksilver. And then, I don't know what the other would be. Maybe you do armor or EV. Maybe you do resistances. If I had to just, like, say off the top of my head which kind of Mage Blood I would pick, if I had to pick 4 of them, it'd be triple Mage Blood Bismuth. But... triple Quicksilver Bismuth. But I'm not sure. I'm probably just gonna, you know, div spam until I get one that's good enough. But it definitely needs mobility. Like, I need Quicksilvers, at least 2 of them, for sure. Like, the main reason I want Mage Blood is so I'm fast as fuck. Alright, let's see if we can handle old County Boy. Old doggo.
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve.
You could bloody well try.
First one's high. That will not go unpunished. Desolation. I smell your blood.
Okay, that's another Citadel down. I know I gotta have a lot more that are already accessible. Is that a Patriarch over there? Matriarch over there. I mean, I don't mind clearing to some of these. But I know I just have more open. What is this Delirious? 200% Delirious? Since I just leveled up, I don't mind dying in this map, but we're going to send 20% increased monster maximum life. -6 maximum player res. I don't know about that one. We'll do the evasive one. Alright, we'll see if we can handle a 200% Delirium Jamenraw, but I seriously, like, my expectation is we cannot handle this, but... let us find out.
Simple enough.
Alright. Can we handle 200% Delirious Jamenraw? Let's see what our damage looks like. No... there's no shrine on me right now. See if we can do it.
What are you doing?
Damage is better than I expected. I thought my damage would be, like, negative, so... we're at least gonna be able to kill him if I don't get one shot. Sounds. Bend to my will. Impede my enemies. I did not think we'd be able to do that. Kind of tickling him to death? You think that's tickling him to death? A max mod, 200% Delirium boss? If that's tickling him to death, then your expectation for what not tickling for death is like only, like, you know, multi-million DPS builds. I think that was very good DPS for a, like a, this is a non-bossing build for doing 200% deli on a, like on a fucking Citadel. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was really good DPS for considering, like, this isn't even a good crossbow. Like, this could be so much better, you know? I don't know. I thought... maybe I'm not looking at other builds enough, but I thought that was, you know, really good. I was just kidding, bro. Listen, I'm too autistic to be kidded around with. I can never tell. There's too many trolls that show up, you know? That sometimes it's just the default to assume someone's serious. We got a lot of fragments, though. Look at that. We're doing good. I did not think this build would be able to boss at all. And obviously, I would not call this a bosser, right? Like, that's not the best boss build. But, it's way better than I thought it would be. I didn't think we'd be doing those kind of bosses at all, you know? I need waystones. And if I have a better crossbow, I think we'd do a lot more damage. We really just need ribbon armor to snapshot as hard as it can. I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing bosses right now. I'm having fun doing bosses, so. Oh, that's bad. I hate running into magic mobs first, because I don't have 100% cull on magic mobs out the gate. How's it going, Kadachi, by the way? Yeah, basically what Kadachi said. When you get those that aren't... If you don't throw a Kappa at the end of, like... That's why the Kappa is so important, you know? There are so many people that aren't trolling that, you know? Unless you explicitly say, you know... /S or whatever. Okay, fuck you, Whack. That was funny, dude. That was funny. But yeah, if you were watching me play this build yesterday, when I got to red maps, like, the boss damage was horrible. And now we're, like, doing 200% deli, Jamin Raw, like... Still a long way to go. I'm happy with this. Some Tornado Oracle stuff? Hell yeah. I am beyond happy with this build, so I see me playing it for a while. Like, I was saying this earlier, Kadachi, I could see me trying to do the build on Gemling or Pathfinder. But it would look very, it wouldn't look very different, but it would look different enough that, you know, I'd be testing something a little different. But I just didn't realize you could get Culling Strike on every Ascendancy now for basically just a rune socket, you know? So, that opens up this playstyle to be played on other Ascendancies. And what I want this build to do is just be going 1,000,000 miles an hour. And move speed penalty reduction would be easier to get on both Gemlizzle and Pathizzle. But I think that, like, look how I'm utilizing the 120 weapons, the Weapon Master. I'm using like 70, like what, 50 points right now across 2 sets. So I don't know if it would even functionally be better on the other Ascendancies because I wouldn't be able to abuse the Weapon Master. And then defensively, I heard Gemling's actually pretty decent defensively. But, I haven't played it to know. But yeah, just because if you like, if you want max, I don't know if there's a way to get maximum move speed penalty reduction when using attack skills outside of, like, Gemling and Pathfinder. But I think Sorcery Ward is just so good, and the Weapon Master points are so good that I'm going to ultimately prefer Witch Hunter. But if you wanted maximum move speed, I feel like Pathfinder or Gemling's the play. It takes forever to get charges? Interesting, I haven't played it. Yep, that's exactly how I feel about Witch Hunter Kadachi. Is like, and Oracle, if you're playing the right kind of build, is the same. You know, Oracle is essentially Witch Hunter for the top half of the tree in a lot of ways. I just mainly play bottom half of the tree builds. One of the Citadel boss fragments is selling for like 3 to 4 times as higher as the others. I don't remember which it is. Is it Geonor? One of them selling for like... Most of them sell for less than a divine, but one of them selling for like many divine. I don't know which one it is. It's Jamin-Ra? Oh, nice.
You can bloody well try.
I should have known that was going to kill me because I knew I had no sorcery ward. I should have dodge rolled that. That's on me. I knew I was vulnerable there because I had just lost all my sorcery ward from that first attack. I was like, oh, that bleed did a lot. I should be careful. And then I knew he was like, I mean, that was such a telegraph swipe backwards. I don't know why I thought I could live that when I'm this squishy. I was just like 100% new play. I should have been able to avoid that by just being behind. Was that my last Citadel that I have access to right now? Okay, I want to get these Patriarch cards. It's only 2 maps. I think when I swap armor EV, it'll be a lot better. But pure EV might also be better. Not sure. I also like pure EV for sword ward scaling. It's just I just don't like pure EV in general. And I haven't played armor EV this patch, so maybe this is the first build I do armor EV on. My friend is armor EV. He loves it. My problem is... with this setup I have right here, this will eventually be a Mage Blood, but I only get EV. Like I have Myris Uxor and Horus Flight, which are both EV bases. So I only have rings and my amulet, which is already giving me a lot of like. This is actually a really good amulet, EV and global defenses. So only got really like ring, body armor, and boots to like decide what my defense is gonna be from. And right now I'm playing High Resire just because it's like easy sorcery ward juice. But yeah, I don't know if I should just like get a Giga body armor. Like right now I'm thinking about swapping to a rare body armor that's armor EV. Using Mage Blood and then rounding out from there, but yeah. This build's fairly unique heavy, so I can't get as juicy of a sorcery ward as I normally want to. But High Resire's doubling your EV is always really good for Sorc Ward. So that's why I defaulted to it initially, but I don't know if I'm going to keep using High Res. Try Moriars? I might. I've been doing a lot of Moriars builds this patch. Moriars could be good for the build. People underestimate the crit damage bonus reduction on it as a defensive layer. And then 5 idols is really nice when you do the Fox idol. I think people are heavily sleeping on Moriars this patch, personally. You went past a temple tablet? Did I? Oh, look at that. I did. Thank you. Yeah, but I don't want to have to buy them anyway. I had to go buy some earlier, so at least I have more in the stash now. But yeah, no one cares about temple tablets. Most people just like, if they're doing temple tablets, they don't care about them at all. They just slap whatever in. I didn't say nobody. I said most people don't. Most people temple max just by sending in 3 tablets and just getting juice for their crystals casually while they're exploring the Atlas. What do you do with legendary with your temple juicing? How are you juicing them with your tablets?
Yama sees you. You are worthy.
No, but I mean, what do you do on your tablets if you're like caring about what's on them, you know? I think there's a chess mod that helps you get currency. What the fuck are you talking about, Kadachi? You mean rarity? A chess mod that helps you get currency? What does that even mean? Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. The temple crystals. I understand now. Yeah, I don't really care about any of that. I just like if I'm doing temple, I just slap in 3 tablets, and then like I don't even care if I get all of the temples on the map. I'm just like rushing to the boss while I'm exploring the atlas, and then getting what fragments I can, what crystals I can whenever I do them, and then I just run temple when it's full. I'm not too rushed on doing temple on this character because I'm still dying a lot, but I do want 4 good limbs. Specifically the attack while moving limbs. And the attack speed limbs. Can you get 2 of the same type of limb buff? Or do you have to have 4 different types of limbs? So you have the 4 different types? Okay. It gives you unlimited rerolls per surgery room? What? I didn't even know you could reroll them. I didn't even know that was a thing. How do you reroll them? You just X out and go again? Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Boost time. Another Patriarch call. Boost? Yay, it's the boost. Do I have a Matriarch card I can do? I want to do the Pinnacle boss. I want to see what my damage is like versus him. This is the only Matriarch call I have visible. How far am I from it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 maps. Can you show me how you have your weapon set up? If you type exclamation point ninja, you can see my PoE ninja, and it'll have all that stuff. Do you have enough tier 15 maps? Yeah. I keep having to vendor maps for gold. I've never ran out of maps. I just vendor them all the time because I need gold. I don't care about min-maxing that kind of shit, Panda. I've never been that kind of player.
Who's next?
Too much effort. Always having to manage that kind of crap. Too much effort. Yeah, but if you have that mentality for literally every action you're doing in the game, you're constantly stopping, changing tablets for, oh, I'm not doing a Citadel boss anymore. Let me take these tablets out and go do it on this map. And like, or you have to like, pull, like, nah. Once you like, you can pretend like it's just an easy like thing you just like slap on top of everything, but it becomes overbearing to the point that I just, yeah. I don't care about min-maxing it to just get a 20% extra chance at additional fragment, you know, whatever. Right now I'm not doing Citadel bosses, so I'd have to take the tablets out. It's just like, I don't care. Gotta like put aside specific maps. Gotta go corrupt all the maps if I want to do it. Like, nah. It increases my fun by like 0%. It actually lowers my fun when I'm having to manage tablets and waystones that much. And yeah, whatever. I'll get less loot. Shruh? Shruh? What's a shruh? No. You put the shruh back. You put the shruh back. I'll slash your shruh. I didn't know emotes worked like that in YouTube chat. Listen, there's a reason I'm always poor. YouTube emote selector is bad, Rip. Listen, I'm not saying the way I play the game is right, Panda. I have no mage blood right now for a reason. Always expect the freaking pirate boss at the end of this map, but then it's Babala now. Mist of salami. Mist of salami. Yeah, that's what I try and do sometimes, Raghelm, is like you click the gear before you start the build, and then that becomes like its own process. That's definitely a good way to go about it. You just have permanent... I have just permanently have Waystone drop chance irradiate tablets in no matter what I run. Otherwise, random mechanics don't spawn in travel maps. I don't swap travel maps and the Citadel. Interesting. I mean, that's probably a smart way to go about it. Right now, I'm doing temple tablets because I'm trying to get limbs, but that's probably the best way to do it, honestly. I don't see that. But yeah, that makes sense. That might be what I start doing, is when I'm just doing general Atlas traversal, I just have a section of like only Waystone drop chance irradiated tablets. That makes sense. That's probably the least obnoxious way to look at it, for sure. I might start doing that if it's just permanently running those. But yeah, right now I'm wanting... I mean, I don't really want to do temple, but I was just like, you know, we need limbs, so might as well start collecting temple shards. See, I do the mistake of I gut my characters. Pretty sure the ninja has the weapon set colors. Yeah. Pee-wee Ninja shows the weapon set colors. The green and the red are the colors. Looking at the ninja, the green is my weapon set 1, and then the red is weapon set 2. Wait, no, I think it's backwards. Yeah, no, it was backwards. Red is weapon set 1, and then green's weapon set 2. How'd I end up back here? I got turned around. I have high velocity rounds on weapon set 2, and then armor piercing and frag on weapon set 1. Yeah, I mean, if you're just doing them with only irradiated tablets, like if you're just doing 3 irradiated tablets, I imagine that's got to be cheap, right? Like, if you're doing that with, like, you know, maybe deli tablets or other types of tablets, I can see them maybe being more expensive, but if it's just 3x irradiated with that roll, I can't imagine that being expensive.
Your corpse will feed the new tomorrow. Utopia.
God, he got bodied. Holy shit.
You don't stand a chance. Utopia awaits, whether you like it or not. Behold the beginning of tomorrow. My flesh is unimportant.
second. It is weird that that is the case, Panda. I've had that thought as well myself. I don't know why so much stuff scales off Waystone drop chance. Let's see if I have any Waystone drop 10s or radiated tablets. I mean, I got a lot of irradiated tablets. Probably shouldn't have put Perfect Regals into that, but Perfect Regals really ain't worth much. Fuck you, Temple. We'll farm you later. My buffs are on all the weapon sets. Why would I have those set off between weapon sets?
One down. Who's next?
I'm not weapon swapping to a scepter though. Like, well, how would weapon swapping? I see. Sorry. No. Weapon swapping does not impact the spirit on this build at all. It does not. There's no both Berserk, Charge Regulation, and Internal Rage are in both sets. The only skills that swap between sets are the shots. That is the only thing you're changing between the sets. One is your shots. Hey, what up, Vela? How rare is Spectrum Chest and Sanctum? Very rare. Let's say you see one, maybe one in every 20 to 25 runs.
Not today.
You should not expect to see them.
Day's work.
So getting 3 Sapphire Spectrum is hard. If you're trying to solo Self-Found it, yeah.
We killed this much first. Here's what we started. And still.
But yeah, I do an absurd amount of trials, and I think I've seen one this league specifically. If you do 5-man carry at 2 div a pop for those 25-man runs, you'll make enough to buy all 3. I've never done carries before. It's funny, in World of Warcraft, I used to be somebody that would sell, like, boost and carries all the time. Like, I was, like, the mage that would sell you carries. But for some reason, like, I like, it was just, like, the best way to make gold in that game, you know? But, in this game, I just have, like, no interest in doing carry content. I don't know how hard it is to fill groups for carries, but, like, the idea of, like, filling a party is super annoying. I know, like, you can technically, like, you can essentially clear the run beforehand, and you get at Zarok, and then you, like, go and fill once you're at Zarok, so it's not like you're having to, like, keep them in the entire run, but, I don't know, it sounds annoying to me. But I do so much Sanctum that, like, anytime I'm like, I run so much Sanctum that people always ask me why I don't sell carries. Because I farm Sanctum that much. And, like, Sanctum's not good. Sanctum's good currency in general, but it's great currency. It's, like, one of the best farms if you're selling carries. So everyone's always like, why don't you do it? And I don't know why. I don't know why it's with this game. I'm like, I don't know why. I could just... But in WoW, you know, I would, like, sit in stockades for an hour to fill... Or sit in Stormwind for an hour to fill boost runs, you know, and then farm for 6 hours, making gold. But I just have no interest of carries in this game at all. I mean, Adorned is a lie. Though Spectrums are way more common than Adorned. And Adorned's harder to farm than Spectrums because every Zarok run, every Temple run can get its Spectrum. And can get multiple Spectrums, technically. Versus Zarok, or versus, if you're self-farming, Trial Master, you gotta do 3 Trial Master runs before each Adorned attempt, so... I might die here. Never mind, I think we're good. Only 1 cradle? All of that Waystone drop chance just to get a single cradle? Just to get a single cradle? Alright, let's go do this boss. I want to see what my damage is like versus the Pinnacle boss. How did you get Hunting Companions on your gloves? Delirium Uniques can drop Raven Touch, letting you anoint them. So you just gotta get a Raven Touch version of the gloves. Well, the thing about the carries with Sanctum Major Pain is, like, they're not even that intrusive to do compared to, like, other games. So, like, based off my previous ways I played games, I should be selling carries like crazy in this game. But for some reason, I don't. Because, like, you don't have to have the carries in for the entire run. You just got to get the Zarok, and then you can invite them, and... Alright, let's see how much how good our,
Mankind shall live your day, the first edict. The
thought he was phased. He was taking no damage. Is he not phased? What is happening?
Causal catalyst.
It made it seem like he was phased because he was like immune to all of my damage. But I guess he wasn't. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I need to go watch the VOD because I was blasting him while he was on the ground and he was sitting at 50% HP. So I thought he was phased. So I just stopped like fighting there for a long time because I was just waiting for his new animation to happen. And I guess he just had some random bullshit life immunity. I have no clue. I'll have to watch the VOD.
The first divine must never return.
See, this is what happened. Like, this did not happen last kill. I was blasting him on the ground, but he was stuck at 50%. I don't understand. I need to go watch the VOD. Maybe I'm just bad. Might have been skill issue.
Must be purged. Our enemy died. As did we. As shall you. Salvation was never offered. The mother soul is everything.
That was weird. I gotta go watch the VOD later. I have no idea what happened there.
The mother soul. Our civilization died for nothing.
Poop loot. Does anything off this guy sell well? Or is it just all bait? Ordained does? What is ordained? Ordained. The Grand Spear. Oh. Okay. Little 7 div drop there. Is that the only thing he sells of value? It's a pretty weak boss if so. Yeah, I was using Declare if right. He drops her declaration, I think. Oh, her declaration sells well. That's true.
That's one down.
Yeah, I was using the Kriya Flight on a couple characters, but it was cheap, so... Don't Geo Womb Gifts for 3 div each? What do you... Ooh! Is this bait? Hold on, this guy's gonna be the most annoying fucker with his Wisp. There we go. Alright, guys. How many runes is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... It's hard to count. I don't think it's that many. Is that 8 or 7? Is that 9? I can't count. Alright, please, GGG. I need divines. If it's 3 perfect trans or 3 perfect augs, I am an upset boy. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something juicy. Let's get some coal threshold before I attempt this. I might die doing this. I don't know if this build's very good for Expedition. I actually got all that threshold before I... we don't need to portal to town just yet. I'm gonna put it over here just to be safe, though. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna lose all that threshold I just got! See, why does Coal Threshold break on these Abyss or these, Coal Threshold breaks on these guys, and I don't understand why. Expedition, like, doesn't like coal or something, and I gotta figure out what the trick is, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know what the deciding factor is. Am I dead? Like, Coal Threshold completely breaks on, Expedition. I keep saying Ritual. Like these guys aren't getting cold at all. It's like almost like they're immune to coal, and I don't know why that is. I gotta like Google Coaling Strike, runic mobs, but it's like a hard counter to my build, and that really sucks if that's like I just can't do Expedition on this build. I need to go to town. Oh no, I don't. The Runic Ward 2 tip says monsters cannot be cold while they have ward. Huh. Interesting. And that sucks, huh? Is there a way to do ward damage before life damage? I mean, that's just like, why would they set it up that way? Why would they design an entire league mechanic that the enemies have ward, where it just makes Coaling Strike entirely useless versus that mechanic? Like, why would they set it up that way? It's like, oh hey, you're playing a Coaling Strike build, which is a wide archetype. You don't get to farm Expedition. Like, that's really dumb design, I guess, is what I'm wanting to say, but I'll shit talk it on the podcast. I need to refresh my flask. I need to try and find a workaround for ward. There's got to be a way I can delete ward from a Coaling Strike build. But there's got to be a way around this, right? Like, did GGG just, like, straight up design ward to be a hard counter to coal builds? I don't think so. There's either, like, it's either GGG didn't think this through, or there's gonna be something that lets me get ward, like, around this. Like, I refuse to believe that GGG just designed Expedition mobs to be a hard counter to every Coaling Strike build out there forever. Because if this is how it is designed forever, then essentially every Coaling Strike build is going to have the asterisk, you don't get the farm Expedition with this build. Which, GGG's done that with PoE 1, I guess. You know, not every build is supposed to farm all content, but that just seemed like a very odd choice. I might make a video talking about it. Because that is a very odd choice in my mind. I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I wrong, or do you think it's fine? Like, do you think it's fine? Like, I don't... It just seems weird to me that essentially all Expedition encounters have a chance of just hard countering coal builds. Why specifically can you not coal enemies with that ward stuff? Right, but coal builds don't have good single target. Like, coal builds inherently do not have good single target in that way, especially for clear. Yeah, maybe like a reduced Coaling Strike threshold, but they're essentially immune to coal. Like, those mobs are essentially immune to coal, is how it's coded right now. If it was 50% increased effectiveness versus coal, Well, the single target, you have to specifically have a single target option. Which, for this build, you have to do a huge wombo combo, a multi-step, 3 combo steps to take down a single rare for each one of those rares that spawns with each wave. What makes Culling Strike good, the power of Culling Strike, is AoE. The reason you go a Culling Strike build is because it clears everything that isn't bosses by breathing on them. So this mechanic takes the one advantage Culling Strike has and removes it. Like, there's no defending that in my eyes. It's not like, well, you just use your single target option. At that point, if you're farming Expedition, you should just not be playing a Culling Strike build. Because you have so much investment into Culling Strike, it literally just takes your build and all of that investment and makes it 0. No other mechanic in the game that I can think of impacts other builds in that extreme way. Like, this is just a straight up, fuck you, you're playing Culling Strike worse in this mechanic. Like, I can't think of literally any other build that I've played that makes it that much painful. Like, there's no... Like, I want you to give me a single other build archetype that is, like, besides maybe, like, Thorns. That is just, like... And even then, Thorns can handle, like, all content. But Cole is just, like, straight up, you don't play Cole builds in Expedition. That's a bad thing in my mind. No, that is not true. Mana Siphon and Proximal Tangibility are not even remotely comparable to what we're describing here. Proxy Tangibility does not hard block any caster build. It's a friction point, but this is like a hard fuck you to the build. Like, they're not comparable at all. You can't compare this to Proximal Tangibility. But even in those maps, Panda, they're not hard bricks for the build. I've played, like, increased stun threshold mob maps with stun builds, and you can still stun sometimes. But that's different than an entire league mechanic being unavoidable to the interaction. You know how you can avoid increased stun threshold maps when you're playing a stun build? You don't put a stun threshold map into the Waystone. How do you avoid the ward mechanic if you're trying to engage with Expedition? You don't play Expedition with a Culling Strike build. That's the difference. Like, the difference is an entire league mechanic versus a map mod. Like, that's not comparable in my eyes at all. Like, that's just not comparable. Especially when this league mechanic has player power lock behind it. It has player, like, you know, whatever it's called. You know, the Aldor's Legacy that no one... the player power options behind it, you know? To me, it's a very clear oversight. That ward, or, it shouldn't be like 100% threshold. It should be 50%. Like, something like that. And then it's more in line with those map mods. That just kind of brick your builds. I want you to go do 100 7+ rune expedition encounters entropy, and I want you to tell me how many of them do not have ward on the mobs. And the answer is going to be 0. So if you want to say expedition isn't hard blocked because you can do a 3-star one and not fight ward mobs, like, I think you're trying really hard to make it seem like this is okay at that point. Like, when people are farming Expedition, they're doing logbooks that have 100... like, if you're doing logbooks, you're going to be doing 100 Expedition runes in an hour. And you're telling me that most of those, if not all of them, are going to have the ward ones when they're juice? Like, of course they're all going to have the ward. Again, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a nerf to Culling Strike on these encounters, but right now it is a hard fuck Culling Strike instead of a nerf to Culling Strike. 50% reduced threshold or something along those lines is way more reasonable than you can't cull any enemy that has ward. Like, there's a lot of ways it can be sliced differently. But again, you're missing all the points that I'm saying here. Expedition isn't just a league mechanic you can skip. It's got player power tied behind it. You have to do a 10-slot rune to get permanent player bonuses. Like, why should an entire archetype be punished from getting those player power, that player power? You have to do a 10-slot rune to get that player power. That's not just like casually doing Expedition, you know? I mean, that's what that's literally what I said earlier, Panda. I literally said earlier, is there a skill that can remove ward to counteract this? If so, then it's not a problem. But if there is no way for culling strike builds to get around the reward mechanic, then this is a problem. But if there's a way around it, then it's okay. I feel like I'm having 8 different arguments for people who are only listening to like a quarter of the conversation. Okay, so you're not listening to what I'm saying then, still. I need a skill that can remove the ward before it removes life. If we have a skill like that, then it is not a hard... Like, I'm not having this debate anymore. I don't feel like it's even being listened to what I'm saying. And it's just people who aren't playing the style that are like, well, it doesn't bother me, so I don't see it as an issue that my entire build can't do Expedition. Like, that's just a... I'm over the argument. Also, it doesn't help that I'm having debates across both YouTube and Twitch chat, so the streams are getting crossed. Oh, at least we got one of these up here. That's true. You're right, Intrepy. I did literally open the topic with, what are your guys' thoughts? And I am being a pussy. That is 100% fair. I mean, yeah, you would just have to experience what I'm experiencing, where, like, everything feels good, and then you do Expedition, and it's like the build goes from, like, above average and semi-good to, like, the worst build you could be playing. Like, it's such a weird tone shift. Like, sometimes there's content, and it's like, oh, wow, this is significantly more harder because I'm doing a stun build, and this map has increased stun threshold on enemies. And it's like, okay, this sucks, but I'm still able to somewhat get through it, but... it is like literally, it's just like a... It's like, it feels like you're doing 98% less damage, you know? It is such a jarring difference. That it's very frustrating when you're playing it in the moment. And I've never felt something like that's extreme. I played a lot of shit builds, and Like, the only thing I can compare it to, I guess, is, like, if you're playing a recovery build and you're doing a reduced recovery rate map. Like, that's the only thing I can compare it to. But it being attached to an entire league mechanic just feels a little awkward. I don't know. You have a community Discord? Yeah, I have a Thorns Discord. Type exclamation point Discord. Can you show skill gems, please? If you type exclamation point ninja, it'll show you my PoE ninja, and it's got all that stuff. And I get why they have nerfed Culling Strike versus Expedition. Like, Culling Strike builds would be so good versus Expedition if they weren't nerfed. It's just, to me, feels like too extreme of a nerf. Because look at this single target I did right there. I can obliterate bosses, but with how Expedition is designed, it's just... I don't know, just I guess it's a hard counter to this build, I don't know. I'm probably a pussy. See, that's what I was, like, trying to ask for earlier when I was like, if there's something from Ward that, like, a skill that removes Ward, and Vanda was like, yeah, it's called doing damage. It's like, that's not what I meant. You know, a skill that removes Ward before life. If there's something like that, that solves the cull problem. So, like, something like Verizium Bullets like that, you know, that would be very helpful for solving that issue with culling strills with this, but... I just think they need to just... Again, I don't think it should just be a flat, you can't cull while they have Ward. It should be like just a reduced culling strike threshold while they have Ward. I think that's far more reasonable, but... Give me them ritual tablets.
There it is. Let's move.
Or add like a lineage, maybe not a lineage gem, but one of those ancient runes that you put in your gear that makes culling strike work versus warded targets and make it cost like, you know, $50 to $100. Fine. Like, there's ways you can fix the problem, for sure. But, you know, maybe it's just a world where this archetype just is a little awkward. Because, look, I'll even do this baby one. I'm sure there'll be some more. Maybe there won't be on the small ones. How many runes is this? 4? Oh, there might not be any on this one. Let's see if we run into any ward wobs. First waves don't usually have ward. Okay, so 4 Sodders don't have ward, so those are easy. It's always the big ones that are having the ward mobs. I wonder if it's a specific rune that has, like, the enemies have ward now, or if it's just, like, past wave 14 or wave 4 or something. I have no idea how it works. I corrupted gloves with +2 melee skills and got +1 melee skills on top. What you think? How much is this worth? I'm horrible at pricing. You're better off asking someone like a farmer or Dead Rabbit that. I don't know how to price. I don't know how to price. You can post a screenshot of it in the Thorns Discord, maybe. A lot of good people in there that know how that stuff works. But yeah, I wouldn't trust me. Alright, so we got 2 Rockiatus flows, and we got a Matriarch and a Patriarch call. Hell yeah.
Put it down. Oh, I'm getting swarmed under. Don't lose focus.
Oh. I was being stupid there. What's my calling strike threshold percent? I have no idea. I have no idea what it's at right now. There's no way, I don't think you can see it on a tooltip, so I'd have to do the math myself, and I'm lazy. You hit exclamation point ninja, you can see my PoE ninja, and you can probably add it up there. But it's a lot. It is a lot. More than one. Hey, appreciate it, Zerk. I'll die here. Nope. That double temporal was annoying. Alright. Time to slap the boss. Bye, boss. Are you using Nova Projectile 1? Yep. Nova Projectile 1. Cool. I mean, just wait till I get the Ventus fixed. I feel like this build's just going to be really solid outside of Expedition. I don't know what to do about Expedition. I think Expedition just fucked for the build, but we'll have to see. I'll need to, like, experiment with stuff. Another Matriarch calls. Probably won't do the boss delayed. There's an Expedition. Hey, it looked like this was the path to the boss room.
Exile!
Well, I definitely walked past where the boss was. Oh, I'm gonna fail the deli because I did a full loop around the place. Now I'm back at the front. Lol. I'm guessing it's top left. Well, we walked right by it. Rip me.
Or anyone else stop me now.
Give me all that loot. Okay, unfortunately, I need to end the stream there, guys. It is a shorter stream today, a nice little 3.5-hour one. But I have a lot of work I need to do at the old game development job, and then I've got, like, errands I need to do. Unlikely that I am streaming later tonight, but I will definitely be live tomorrow to continue more of this build. We're going to get its defenses roundup. I will hopefully try and have the mobilytics updated by tomorrow, but I'm still not confident on which direction I'm going to push the defenses and stuff yet. Yeah, we will keep pushing this build. I'm having a blast with it. It's freaking awesome. Again, there is a chance I stream later tonight, but it's unlikely. But I will definitely be live tomorrow morning, so I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. If I don't see you guys the rest of the week, just keep in mind that this Thursday we have Fubgun on the podcast, so me, Dead Rabbit, and Miso do the podcast every week. We have Fub on this week, and we'll be announcing our next competition event, so we have a big announcement that we're doing on the podcast this week as well. So I'll see you guys on the podcast if I don't see you tomorrow or later this week. Have a good one, guys.